Hi guys, it's Lair, and today I'm going to be talking about the first time I participated in NaNoWriMo. The first time I participated in Nano was last year, 2015, and I thought I'd talk about my experience a little bit and how I got through it, how I finished it, because I did win last year, and it was a really fun experience. It was really stressful, but I'm glad that I finished it. I thought I'd talk about it a little bit and maybe some things that I learned to help other people finish it too. This is going to be kind of a story time kind of video. I'm going to try to do those more often. I haven't done any before, so if I don't make the story very interesting, I'm sorry. I'm not used to like verbally sharing stories. I'm used to writing them down and then sharing them that way. So I'll try my best and hopefully you like it, and if you do, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. So I had heard about NaNoWriMo before last year. I just hadn't really worked into my schedule in 2014. But in 2015 I saw it. I saw it again on the internet. A lot of my friends were talking about it, so I decided to search it, to look it up and see what it was about more. And I looked at their website and I looked at a bunch of YouTube videos. I researched it because, you know, I'm a Ravenclaw, so I have to research everything before I do anything. And I thought it sounded really interesting and really productive, so I really wanted to do it. I watched a lot of videos about how hard it was and like what you have to do to finish it, and I watched several videos that were really helpful. And then after I researched and all that stuff, it was like in the middle of October, so I didn't have very much time to prepare for my book. And I wrote my outline for the book that I'd be working on in Nano. The book idea was actually based off of a dream that I had like the night before or something, so it was a really crazy, interesting dream, and I thought it had a good concept, so I just went with it. And I finished the outline in like maybe one sitting. It took me like an hour to finish the outline. I thought it seemed like a long book, and I thought the concept was really interesting, so I felt really confident about finishing and not having any problems, even though I hadn't finished a book before. This was the first time that like I had started so many projects and then ended up not completing them. That's basically what I do for my writing. I get an idea, I start it, I start not to like it, and then I find a new project and then I abandon the old one, and that's not a very good working cycle, but I'm trying to break out of that, and NaNoWriMo is definitely very, very helpful to do that if you're like me where you just can't finish projects. So I finished the outline, and then I waited you know, a couple weeks until November started, and I didn't even look at the outline until November started. So I opened the document with my outline on November 1st, and I was like, oh, all my stuff is here, all my notes and all my characters, and I just started writing my book. And one thing for me, beginnings, like the beginning paragraph, the beginning page, that's like the hardest for me to write usually in any project. If it's a long project, if it's like supposed to be like a novel length. So it was really freeing participating in Nano, because I couldn't think about, well, this first paragraph and this first chapter and this first page aren't perfect, so I need to like obsess over it and perfect it. I couldn't do that because I didn't have enough time to like obsess over it, so I just had to write the first paragraph and then move on. I had to write the first page and then I had to move on. I couldn't obsess about it and think about how horrible it was, which was really helpful for me because I am a perfectionist. I am not happy if my work, if the thing that I'm creatively working on is not perfect. So yeah, NaNoWriMo really helped me with that. So I got through the first page. I didn't think that I'd be able to do that. I hadn't really done that in a while until I started participating in NaNoWriMo. So I finished the first page and then the second page and the third page, and I was writing really, really fast. I was writing a lot more than the minimum word count that you need to do each day to write 50,000 words. I was ending up writing about 3,000 words every day, which is a lot more than you need to. So I was writing really fast, but that's not necessarily a good thing. I don't suggest writing fast if you don't naturally write fast, because basically I was just word vomiting, like brain vomit everywhere in the page. Like I was just writing whatever my mind came up with, like whatever. It was like, oh, I like this sentence and this sentence and this sentence and this sounds cool and this sounds cool, and it was like a complete mess what I was writing. Like, it was a story because I was following my outline, but the words that I was writing, they're like every emotional and like sensory detail ever, all in my first draft. So that's how that's how I was writing. That's how I was writing so fast. So a lot of the words I would say were filler, like not really necessary. But, you know, I wanted to write those things. I wanted to experiment a little bit. I wanted to experiment with like first person and more like visual details and stuff like that. It was like kind of a lot of dream sequences, which, you know, a lot of people don't like, but, you know, I think it's fine as long as you do it the right way, which, you know, what is the right way for anything. So yeah, everything was going really good with my first draft in the NaNoWriMo thing. I think I gotten 40,000 words, I think, and then I was close to that. And then me and my family had a trip down to my grandma's house for Thanksgiving, and I continued writing there during Thanksgiving. And one of the evenings I was there, I think it was like the day after Thanksgiving or something, I was writing just around 40,000 words, and I went in to put my word count in the NaNoWriMo website, and I was just at like almost exactly 4,000, and then I went back to my draft and I realized I'm writing the last scene. Like, this is the last scene, and then I finished the last scene and it was over. And it was only about 40,000 words long. I do not know how I got myself into this situation. I mean, I thought I had planned it out like perfectly, and, you know, with enough time, you know, and it was a pretty long book, I thought, but no, it was only like 40,000 words. It was about 60 pages. And there was nothing else in the story for me to write. Like, I did not want to add anything to the story. I thought it was complete. But I had finished a book, which is, you know, kind of what you're supposed to do in NaNoWriMo, depending on how long your book is. But the main point of it is to write 50,000 words, and I couldn't do that because I had finished my book before I had reached 50,000 words. So that was a really weird feeling because I'd never finished a book before, so I was so excited that I had finished something, that I had finished a book. It was such a great feeling to have finished a project that I started, but at the same time, I had put in all this effort to finish NaNoWriMo, and I couldn't finish it because my book was already done. It was so frustrating. My brother was also participating in NaNoWriMo, and he was just laughing at me when I told him that what I'd gotten into, like the problem I'd gotten into, and I was like, it's not funny, I don't know what to do. It was what it was, I guess, and I had to figure out how to get the 10,000 words that I needed to finish NaNoWriMo after that. So I didn't write for like a week. I'd written so fast too. There was like a whole week left before the end of November, so I didn't write for like a week, and then I was like, I want to finish NaNoWriMo. I want to get 50,000 words. So I just wrote in random different stories that I had that I was kind of working on, and then I eventually got up to 50,000 words with just, you know, random different projects, and I finished it. I won NaNoWriMo, and it was an amazing feeling, even though it was kind of a weird way that I got that. It was kind of weird how it happened. So yeah, that was my NaNoWriMo experience in 2015. It was kind of weird. I didn't expect it to end that way, but it was really fun, and it was really informative of how I write, how I work, like how fast I can write, and if a deadline is helpful or not helpful. I think it is kind of helpful for me in some cases, others maybe not so much. I definitely recommend doing NaNoWriMo if you like writing but you have trouble finishing your projects. It's a lot of fun, and I had a lot of fun too. This year is going to be much more special for me because I am working on a much longer book, so I've been spending so much time outlining and doing characters and, you know, facts and stuff about it, and I'm so unorganized right now. I think I'm just gonna have to write like the beginning, like the first act in NaNoWriMo, and then like sort everything out later because I really want to salvage it. I really like this book idea, so I just need to organize all my thoughts, all my notes, and I just need to finish the outline so I can, you know what the ending is, and, you know, important stuff like that. So probably just gonna finish the like the first act in this story and like figure out all the backstory and stuff like that. I'll probably be doing another writing vlog soon about my writing process and how it's going right now. So if you're interested in that, I'll probably have a link later to that video. I hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, I upload every Sunday and Wednesday, so if you like this kind of content, I do like writing and fandom and just like stories and anything that's like story related, including video games and like movies and books that I talk about. So if you're interested in that kind of content, don't forget to subscribe for more, and I will see you next week or this week or whenever I upload the next thing. Yeah, I'll see you later. Bye!